So an intro to this video is going to be walking around and telling you that the rest of the video and the cruise and the car show was done on my GoPro, so it's not the best quality. It gets a little glitchy here and there. Just kind of stick it out and you'll see it gets a little bit more cleared up, and the audio kind of sucks for a little bit in and out. I didn't do the best on documenting it. If I'd known my GoPro is going to be that shitty and not really worth using for that, I would have just used my Samsung here. But don't you love how that paint turned yellow? That used to be white when I painted it, so we gotta fix that. But anyway, enjoy the video. Bear with me, even if you play it in the background. That way I get some watch hours. Just watch it. I took this one on the cruise. I took this one on the Dragon. It had some sputtering issues and shit out on me. I probably would have been okay if I took this one. The front suspension is all jank and loose, but it was way more reliable than this one was. So next year, this one's going on the Dragon. Hopefully I fix this one and get one of my buddies to follow me as well. So get them both going, and who knows? Maybe my buddy here that's getting LS swapped in this one will be going as well. Hopefully we have that done in time. So enjoy the video, like, share, comment, find other YouTubers that give me a shout out. Help me to fund my addiction here so I can do a lot more of this and other projects instead of just changing brakes and scraping my knuckles all day. Thank you. Because it's having to work twice as hard, I'm going to put new belts on this all. That way everything is pumping around like it should be. Let's see. What I'm doing now is... Okay, so we already got the passenger side caliper rebuilt, but this is the process of doing it. Whenever we push these in, just to get the new pads and rotors so we can move this thing, because they were stuck and the car didn't even want to move. We had to put them in a vise to cram them in, so they're kind of stuck. So, just putting an air hose on the end of it right now is not working. You try to blow in it and all it does is just nothing. So I got this little brake grease fitting hammer deal where you can slam it and bust open the grease fittings that are stuck. Well, just using the adapter here, taking put the grease fitting into it. I'll try to do this one-handed or shimmy this around with my arm. YouTubers make it look so easy. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, sorry, that was a fight. So anyway, basically grease, hydraulic pressure, yada yada, start pumping. And it does take a second, but once we get enough in here, we just got to break it free enough. There, it's already starting to move. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera or not. Yeah, you can see it. Basically, I just got to get it to move enough to break the seal, and then I can heat this thing up and then apply air pressure. And like I've been told, don't apply air pressure to the end here and put your fingers to catch it, because that thing came out on the other one with such speed hitting that. I mean, I'm so glad I didn't keep my fingers there. So if you haven't heard that warning, keep that warning. Do not put your fingers in between here while you're pushing air out, because I'm sure that would have hurt a lot, if not maybe cracked something. So anyway, rebuilding this caliper again. I've got the rebuild kits. I've already done one. Now that I'm looking at that, I noticed something I forgot to do, so that's fun. But rebuilding these two front guys, unfortunately, these coilovers will not work. I should have known when looking at them, these are for an FC. It's not a terrible thing. These came with the car. I do have an FC. They had cheapo coilovers. These are less than cheapo coilovers, but these are still cheaper. I'm gonna put these on my FC because mine are already shot. So, I mean, sad for this, but good for my other car. So. Okay, so progress we got to the other night was the brake calipers. I rebuilt all of them, was able to press all the old pistons out. I used the old grease trick, pumped all the pistons out, rebuilt them. I'd say the driver front and the driver rear had some scratches on the piston. We will see how they seal up. I smoothed them the best I could with some like 3000 grit sandpaper, and then with a buffing wheel. So hopefully they're sealed up good enough. They're all rebuilt, everything's cleaned up. I went ahead and gravity bled / used my vacuum tank and pulled fluid to both back corners, this corner, but did not get anything from there. So I think I need a little pump action. Moving on to our final step is getting this thing to stop. Got us a new master. Cannot get a booster. This booster's probably no good. Sucking on it by hand or by mouth, whatever, through the hose. You can get vacuum, but it bleeds off. Vacuum bleeds off, so there is a leak in there. Could it be coming through here? Possibly, but we will find out. I may still hook it up to somewhere at the upper end of the carburetor, try to get some vacuum going to it, but with this car, honestly, it's not really necessary. But I do have e-brake, so I was able to move this thing around with the e-brake. That is huge. So I'm going to try to attempt to time-lapse this the best I can, so long as all these bolts play nice. But try to suck this out, get all these bolts busted loose, get this one, put it in, loop the lines, do a little bleeding, a little bench bleed, hook them up. And I guess I'm going to pump it so many times to start with. I've got a buddy that's on his way to help me, but we'll see if he shows up. He may not show up, so at least I can get this done tonight and pump it and try to blow some fluid through the that side over there. And if I have to do the trick where I run the line into the bottle, that way I'm just pumping in and out of the bottle, I can do that tonight too, and probably bleed them by myself that way. So we'll see how time lapse goes and see if this little SD card can handle it. Okay, so last night we got the brake master completely bled and got all the brakes bled. We have full brakes. We do not have a booster yet, but we're in the process of that. I don't know if you could see it in my time lapse, but because the old master was leaking internally, the booster had more fluid that I pumped out of it inside the bottom down here than two of the masters. So that was fun. I was able to grease up and lube the push rod / plunger. Today I got it in the sun. The return line started pouring gas out, and I popped the fuel tank cap to see if it had pressure, and it did. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to vent this tank. So apparently it's not venting through the little vent line that goes into there. So anyway, it runs, it stops, it drives, it moves with the clutch. I drove it up the road a little bit ago and came back. My oil cooler may have fallen down and scraped the road, but it didn't crack it. Next steps. When I say next steps, I mean there's many. I only got about 10 days left. I'm going to start on this here in a minute. I've got to get all of this crap put back where it goes. All the stuff that they thought was wrong with it, I got to figure out where it locates and get it back secure. Get this hard to put in thing all the way seated. Start with that so I can actually get my feet in this thing fully. And then we have a lot of other parts here. So we've got mud flaps that are going all the way around it. We've got paint to paint all these black fenders. We've got new headlights. We've got some yellow tint for the headlights. I've got to fix the louvers and put them on. I'm going to try to post this video tonight. I am going to be taking these louvers, painting them white, and painting this black again. It has kind of like a fastback look to it. Tell me what I should do here. Please comment, tell me. My buddy thinks since I'm doing this white that I should paint this black on each side through this line. That this should be black, that should be black, should be white in the center. That comes down to it. Should I do that? Should I make the louver come straight down and paint this black over? Or should I just leave the whole duckbill white? Tell me. I don't know. So once again, the coilovers that came for this thing did not work for it. They were for an FC. I planned to raise this vehicle and max out coilovers, but that wasn't able to happen. So if this one's getting raised, I took the coilovers that came with it and I put it on my FC and slammed it. So we are now sitting pretty low with the FC, which I'm a big fan of. I got to do some clearancing with the plastic inner fender liner. Not that big of a deal, but it will help. Let's see here, I put on stickers from the last rotary meet, and I'm really liking that. Stole the fender sticker from that car and put it on here, emblem. So now when someone actually gets behind it, they won't call it a DeLorean or a Grand Am or all the other insulting names. But I like the way it sits now. I honestly, when I first got the coilovers for this thing, the other pair, I didn't want to lower my car because I live in the mountains. But I think we're good with this. Okay, update from the last one. We have fixed our louvers. I decided I want to go this route. I fixed them all up. You know, a couple self-tappers, a couple little bit of zip ties. She's a rally car. And I went ahead and painted what these were like a sanded aluminum finish. None of them are perfect, but rally car. Painted them white. Got as close as I could to this color. It's not the same, but guess what? This one's brand new last night. This one's 1985, so good luck. Went ahead and did flat black on these. Got that all done. Very happy with that. I did fix this guy up. I got the video on my phone, but figured I'd go ahead and do it on the GoPro here. So we've got all the wires screwed in and some zip ties back up inside. Found this guy, found the dash bezel, found all the stuff that I needed to get this back together, and I am super excited about that. The only thing I don't have is the gas tank release, but I have the ability to touch these two guys together with something and make that happen. So that's super exciting, getting all this back together and actually having a floorboard. I did do some pressure washing on this yesterday. It should look big difference from yesterday, from before. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we've actually got some clean irons, but that's not good enough to me. I have a bucket of Purple Power, and I'm going to lay waste to all this again this evening. Purple Power all of the engine bay, everything, the whole car, and get it all as clean as I can. And then probably tomorrow I'm going to be pulling these fenders, front bumper off. I've already got that piece off, and painting them. And I will be trimming this guy like I discussed before, but I want to pull it up on the lift that way and get the line marked well and figure out exactly where I'm putting that. We only got a couple days out now. Today is Friday, so next Friday this thing has to be at the meet. It's not going on the Dragon, but it will go to the car show, and we'll go hopefully to the dam for the big photo shoot. And yeah, I'm excited about it. And I did get these dinky lights, cheapos. You know, does this fit? No. Does it kind of look cool? Yes-ish. But I'm thinking more of just removing these lights and making mounts. A little thin bar that goes across. I think that would look better. But I may have said before, I've got the yellow, I've got new halos for it to go in the headlights, and I've got the yellow wrap to go over them. So I have the yellow everywhere. I've got the 85s for the doors. I want to remove this trim here and clean it up, but I don't know if I will by then. So it's already off the other side. I'm not putting it back on the front fender, so I don't know yet how I'm gonna do that. And I've got to have some help with some buddies, because there's only so many hours I can put in this and keep the wife happy. So as far as the FC goes, we got us our stickers on. We lowered it down. We put the coilovers from that one over there, fit this instead of the 85. So we are lowered down. I do need to take these plastic fenders out and do some clearancing. I mean, I'm hearing noises, but I have to put it back on the lift and raise it up and see if it's actually hurting the tire anywhere. If it's not, may leave them, may trim around it. I don't know, but got to get that done. Probably won't have time to get it aligned. Oh well, these are cheap tires. I got them for a good deal, so I'll let them eat these tires up for the Dragon and everything else. And I got power steering back with a quick mod. So that's it for the rotaries for now. Hopefully in a couple days I have this thing cosmetically where I want it to be at. I do like the way the louvers turned out. I don't like how tall they are. It'd be cooler if they were sleeker, but I can only complain so much. I'm happy enough with it, and I like the vibe, especially from the back. That looks cool as shit. Now my buddy's like, oh, if you're doing that, you should just paint this black of the spoiler. We should at least paint this part of the spoiler black. I can't get around messing with that spoiler. I like it too much that it blends in with the car. So maybe when I go to the meet and I get all the other people that own these, get their opinion on it. If you like this content of making this a rally car, please like, please share, please subscribe. I'm trying my best here, with as busy as I am at my own shop and business, to record all this stuff. I get it's a small market kind of for Rx7 people, but I'm doing what I can to get content out. I've got other projects, of course, and I know y'all have seen them, but I guess on the next video I'll be showing that, and probably showing my face a little more, since that's what everybody likes on YouTube. Okay, here's an update on the Mazda. I know I have not documented every bit of this, but I have been busy trying to get this car show going. We have tinted the headlights. We've not only tinted them, we installed LED halos. We painted the two front fenders and the front bumper. First I used some paint that I got off of Amazon. It's a two-part paint, and this is what it's doing. It's turning yellow. So I got some automotive spray paint from the parts store and did that. It's not the same color as here, but rallycar, race car. So that's on. I cut the lip off the bottom, which I prefer that a whole lot more. That actually sits right and looks way better. Let's see, I got the trim pieces that I had available that came with the car. So this piece, I'm missing a little piece right there, and I'm missing the two on the front of the fenders. But that's great progress. Put some windshield wipers on in case it rains. Windshield wipers don't work, but in case they start working, we got it. We're gonna go up to here. So got a Envoy, which you've seen some other of the videos that I bought for the 4200 Vortec. Well, I robbed this guy off the roof rack, robbed a little piece of the rail, measured it, cut it down the center. My buddy Dallas welded it back together. It's aluminum, not my area. Clamps down, it's removable. One bolt through the sunroof, got an O-ring on the back side and RTV on the front side. It's not going to leak. Much cleaner of a look, comes off with the sunroof. I'd rather do that and be able to replace this sunroof than I would cutting a hole here. Louvers, which I've probably shown, maybe not, are painted. I used that first paint that I had. I'm not redoing it, so it's going to be that off-white kind of yellowish look. Don't really care. Fixed them, couple zip ties, race car, some other bracketry in there to fix the broken parts, but that's all functional. Didn't put this bottom piece on. Not going to worry about that yet. It's still a Mazda. Let's see here. Got the 85s in the door. Kind of looks like Kirby. I like the look of it. The wing's still what does it for me. It's just that wing just gives it the 80s theme as well as those louvers. So yeah, now we're sitting with our lights, and I'm going to put a giant 85 in the center of the hood too. I feel like that's appropriate. Also, mud flaps. Got these guys on. See, they stick out. It's exactly what I wanted. They go down a pretty good ways. I actually found a couple. I've got two original mud flaps for the car, but they're crusty, cracked, broken. But I found them while vacuuming and all the mice turds out. Vacuum the interior. It is majorly cleaned. I'm not going for perfection, but we got cleanliness. It drives kind of quick, kind of not. Cleaned up the engine bay a couple times. Some new battery terminals. Did rig up the return system. So this is carbureted, but I've heard some people talking about fuel boiling in the line, vapor lock, yada yada. I hooked up the return, but I crammed a little pipe inside of this return line there. So it actually drops it down to like 1/8 of an inch. So majority of the pressure is going to the carb. We will see if it tries to start itself while driving. Not yet found that part out yet. Gonna go for a drive soon. Put the smog belt on, put some oil inside the smog to help lubricate it. It has dirtied up my fender now. Oh well. Got new belts for both of them, so that's cleaned up. Radiator's cleaned up. All fluids are topped off. Did another oil change on it because the other fuel was still soaked in gas from all the other EFI problems. So I don't think the secondaries are working, but it seems to be happy enough. And for the speeds I'm going to be driving it, I'm fine. So I'm very pleased with the engine bay. Everything turned out well. And when I go to this car show, which I'm going to take along for that ride, I'm going to get a lot of education on other people's carburetor swaps, what they've done, what they should do, what I shouldn't do, what I should hook up, what I should cut out. But it is much cleaner system than it was. I did decide to drill a tiny little hole in my gas cap so that will vent. Will it slosh out? Probably. Will it be a danger? I don't know yet. But I did drill a tiny hole so I don't have it pressurizing anymore and causing issues. So this is the look of it. I'm happy for now. Done with the late nights. I have spent probably 2 weeks worth of 12 o'clocks on this car. I know it doesn't look like much, but considering this thing was lock solid and wasn't stopping, wasn't going, wasn't running, I'm thrilled with the progress that I've made, and I hope it gets some love. This one over here, driving well, goes well. I lowered the crap out of it and it was too much. It was rubbing on the steel up in here, so I actually raised this front up a little ways. Planning on taking it this evening, picking up the kids in it, and going to a little car meet separate from the rotaries. And rotaries may show up, they may not, but I do plan on doing that this evening, so we'll see how it drives. We got new windshield wipers for it, another alternator belt. These cars love to eat them, so I've got one for each as a spare. So wish me luck, and once again, I'm going to be continuing on this car in the upcoming weeks, little by little. More stickers, probably flooded with stickers and decals now. Carburetor adjustments, it's a 750. I'm probably going to put a 600 on there, maybe smaller. What else? Like, share, subscribe, tell everyone about it. I'm trying to grow my page. I know I've been off of here for a little while, and I know I've not gotten a whole lot of updates. Being that my views are still low, I'm sure there's not many of you that are sad about that. So please give me some more support. If you know anyone that's got a good page, give me a shout out. If you know anyone that's got rotaries, you know, tag them, share it with them, tell them to give me a shout out. Help me grow, because that'll just help me pump out more videos and do more cool things. You know, I've got my 85, I got my 86, now I need a 96 or whatever year model to get to the FDs. I'd love to have a Rx3, Rx4, a wagon, or even a repo truck.
Yeah, I don't know, because I didn't see him earlier.
Yeah, I've been impressed with it. It like makes the car real strong.